Hello everyone and welcome. As you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, today I have the Dyson V12 Detect Slim to review for you guys. This is a compact and a lightweight version of the Dyson V15 at a reasonable price. So you get a lot of the same technology that is in the V15 but in a lighter version and at a lower price. I have been using it for a few weeks now and I am honestly very impressed with what it can do. It is a phenomenal. So I am really excited to share my review with you guys today, so let's hop right into it. Starting with the design, this Dyson looks very much like all of the other Dyson V series except for a big large red button here in the front. This is the power button that replaces the trigger button that is usually in all of the other Dyson stick vacuums. Now for those of you who've used any other Dyson hand stick, you know that trigger button had to be pressed down the entire time you're vacuuming. It was nice to save on battery if you are moving stuff around out of your way or if you want to go to the next room, but a lot of people with hand and wrist pain just hated it. So now we have an on-off switch, which is really nice. Another great feature this vacuum offers is the laser that we have right now on the soft roller head, and it can be turned on and off with this light switch that is on the cleaner head itself. But when it is on, it's actually positioned and angled at the perfect way to highlight hair and dust that you normally can't see. I think actually it's very helpful because now I get to see how dirty my floors are and I can see the progress I'm making, missed the spot that I would have probably missed using any other vacuum. And honestly, it is kind of entertaining because you're like on a hunt for dust and hair, and it just makes it easy to spot. Next, I want to talk about the Bezos Sensor. This is basically a dirt sensor that constantly measures and counts the microscopic particles picked up. And while you're vacuuming the entire time, this digital display gives you real-time scientific information displayed in a graph of everything that actually has been sucked up. So you get to really see what type of dirt and debris that actually been found and removed from your surface. These bars represent size example of debris that could be found in your home. So the yellow, which is greater than 10 microns, it represents allergens and pollen. Orange, which is greater than 16 microns, it represents microscopic dust and skin flakes. Pink, which is greater than 180 microns, it represents dust mites and fine sand. Purple, which is greater than 500 microns, it represents fleas and sugar. I think the particle counter is really nice, and of course it helps to tell if your floor is actually clean or if you need to go over it a few more times. I think it's nice, but being honest, when I first got the machine, I loved watching the screen as the graph changes, but after a few uses, I found myself hardly ever looking at the screen except when I want to check my battery life, because that's something you get to see the entire time you're vacuuming. On the screen, you get to see the remaining runtime and the power mode that you selected. More about that in just a second. But back to the particle counter, I think it is nice and useful for maybe medical center, like a hospital or lab, but for me, I think the dirt in the bin is enough evidence. Quick note, if you want to reset the graph to see the dust levels in a different room, you can charge the machine for 30 minutes, or a faster option, you can just disconnect the battery for 15 seconds. But what I really like and love on this vacuum is the auto mode. I just use all the time because the machine, it automatically increases suction power when needed based on how dirty your floors are. So if the machine detects more dirt in an area, it will increase suction power up and down based on that, and you can hear it in the motor when the suction power changes. I find this really helpful to give you just better overall cleaning job, and it really does optimize battery life. Speaking of battery, now we have a removable clip-on battery that it can actually be easily removed by pushing this red release button. You just push it all the way and take it out. So this is really nice. I like it a lot because now the battery, it is easily removable for replacement, and you can actually consider getting another battery and have two on hand when it is necessary. And if you can charge it separately away from the machine, you can put it anywhere right now. It doesn't have to be attached to the machine. So that's really nice. And to put it back on, you just align it like this and push it all the way up. And this battery has a maximum runtime of 60 minutes and it's fade free. So when the vacuum has run out of juice, it just stops. No change in suction whatsoever. And remember, it is up to 60 minutes. This really depends on the attachment you're using and on the power mode you select. This vacuum has 3 power modes. So you have eco mode, which is the most energy efficient and it will give you the longest battery life. And we have auto. This one, like I said, it will adjust vacuum suction up and down when needed. And the boost mode, this will give you the shortest battery life. It's really only about like 8 minutes. I really don't use it that much. But these are your option when you have a motorized head on. When you switch to non-power tool like this, now medium mode will be displayed instead of auto mode. And medium mode will give you like a medium length battery life. So if you really want the best performance and life from your battery, I really recommend you use the eco mode. This is really the most energy efficient. And if you want like a balance between suction power and battery life, I recommend the auto mode. It is really great and it's my favorite. You actually have some settings that you can access to customize your vacuum. So to access the setting menu, press and hold on this button. So now you can change the language, you can turn alerts on and off, and you can turn particle count on and off. Let's turn it off. So you press and hold if you want to select it. Now this is just like a description of what it's going to do. You just press it to scroll, and then now we can turn it off here. And just press and hold to select this option. Now particle count is off. To turn it back on, I'm going to press and hold. Again, scroll down and press and hold. It is back on. Now to exit this menu, you go to exit menu and press and hold for 3 seconds. Unlike with all other Dyson stick vacuums, we have a removable washable filter right here as well. So to remove it, you just screw it off and you can wash it underwater, allow it to dry for 24 hours before you replace it back on. Now, if you don't want downtime without your vacuum, then buying a second filter can make a lot of sense. Now, it has a small bend definitely, but it is what makes it lighter in weight and easier to maneuver. And the lightweight is also what makes it easy to hold upside down if you want to get to the ceiling corners, AC vents, and things like that. It has the same emptying system as all of the other V series, so you just push on this lever and everything comes out, and then you can just close it back up. It came with a nice set of attachments, but these will vary depends on the package you buy. So mine came with very standard crevice tool. This is really nice for tackling debris in tight spots and hard to reach narrow spaces. We also got a nice combination tool. I really like this one for quick switching between cleaning and dusting around my house and car. So you can slide the brush bristle down and you can use it for dusting. Then you can put it back up if you want to use the suction power only. Next we have the laser slim fluffy head. I showed you guys this one earlier. This one is designed specifically for hard floors and I love using it. Just try to find like a corner spot or under maybe a couch in your home that if you don't vacuum every time, and just watch. It's amazing the amount of dust our home accumulate, and it is just so satisfying to see it all getting sucked up into the dust bin. And next we have the motor bar cleaner head. Now this one is actually good for hard floors and for carpet. I love using it. It has anti-tangle technology, which is really nice because no hair get trapped in here. It just spirals the hair off and into the dust bin. And I love using this one since it's a combo. It is really easy to transition between surface without having to stop to change the head. And this is the hair screw drive. This has the same technology. It is a nice motorized smaller head. You can use it for furniture or even hard floors if you want to. But it is really nice because again, no hair gets wrapped in here. Everything gets sucked up. Be careful if you have anything like a slim cable, it will suck it up. So I love using this one actually only for furniture, but you can use it wherever you want. And lastly, we have this wand clip. Now this is actually really nice because you get to clip it on your wand, and now you get to store the crevice tool on one end and the combination tool on the other end, so you have them on hand at all times. Alright guys, so I think back in all of the technology that made the V15 Detect so good into a compact, cheaper version is so impressive. This is a really great option if you're looking to upgrade. It is nice for a smaller home, or even if you have a large home but you only have hard floors, or it's actually a great option for those who want a cordless vacuum to complement heavy-duty vacuum cleaner. So this is a really good choice. I am very impressed, and I think it's totally worth it for the amount of technology that they put in here. I honestly didn't think the V11 was a big jump from the V10. That's why I didn't upgrade. But when I saw the V15, I really liked it. I just couldn't explain spending the $800. Maybe the V15 has more power than the V12, but given the V12 comes with all the headline making features like the Bezos Sensor that actually listens to the dirt and debris that's been sucked up and adjusts suction power accordingly, or the slim detect head with the laser, it is just nice because you get all of that at a lower price. I got mine for $500. This is actually what I paid for my V10 because I got it on sale. Regular price, this one cost $650. Now the only thing that some people may consider as a con is the smaller bin. So with the V12 you just have to get used to emptying your bin more often, which I don't think it's a bad habit. But that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please thumbs it up, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.